So required minimum distributions start from retirement accounts at age 73 or 75, depending on your birth year. If you're already taking monthly distributions from your IRAs, then those distributions count toward your required minimum distribution. Typically, the first year rule of thumb is around 3.5% has to come out, and it's based on the 12/31 value of the prior year. So if we're in 2024 now, so it'd be the 12/31/23 value that the required minimum distribution is set on. If you're not taking a required minimum distribution, typically we say take your RMD later in the year because it allows you to accumulate more interest and dividends, as well as hopefully participate in growth in the market before you have to pull the money out. At our firm, typically we start doing required minimum distributions in September, and we kind of finish them up by early November as we go through our client list. Another thing to think about too is if you don't need your required minimum distribution to live on, and you're also making charitable contributions, consider taking a charitable distribution from the IRA to your church or organizations you're giving money to. So for example, if you had a $20,000 required minimum distribution, you donated $10,000, you won't be taxed on the $10,000 that was earmarked for donation out of the IRA. You just have to send the money directly from the IRA to the 501c3 that receives the money. So that's a big savings for a lot of people when they come to taking the RMD. If you don't use your RMD, instead of just rolling it over and sending it to a savings account, you could just reinvest it inside a brokerage. Now, you still have to pay income tax on the distribution, but at least the money goes back to work for you for the long term. And if you ever needed additional money, you would have no restrictions inside a brokerage account because it's now outside the IRA. Don't forget to take the RMD, because if you do, technically it's a 50% penalty, 50% being based on what you should have taken out. So if you should have taken out $10,000, the penalty is $5,000. So this is something that most brokerage firms should be reminding you to do, but they still can't do without your authorization. So make sure that you're on top of that for each year for the RMD. Hope some of these tips help. Reach out if you have any questions.